I'm Joe.
I'm Julia.
I'm Clay.
I'm John.
Oh, I believe there's a
Who wants it?
Here you go. Alright, so the problems that we were faced with when we did this cake competition, so we wanted to bring more customers that usually shop online and bring them into the stores to increase revenue within the stores, and also to increase the sales on the soft line items.
So what we based our idea off of is a supermarket in South Korea. And what they did is they found high traffic areas like subway stations, and they implemented a virtual wall onto the subway station. So Koreans had long hours and lived busy lives, so that they didn't have much time in their day to go shopping. So these customers could go up to the wall and select what items they wanted, and those items would be shipped to their store. So what we did, we granted 2 new technologies for Target to use to mimic this implementation the supermarket used. So the first one is inner ring. And we named it inner ring because in target shooting, the inner ring is as close as you can come to the bullseye. And it really shows mastery and excellence in what you're doing. We believe Target shows this in their everyday shopping. They really know what they're doing. They keep clean stores, attract customers. So that's where we got that name. And crosshairs in a scope help you find your target. And we based a scanning system that would help you locate your product and would add it to your virtual cart. And we believe this replicated finding your target in scope. So our solution. So essentially what stores do is they display one of each item on the sales floor. That item is assigned a barcode, and that barcode is registered to specifically that item, so that when a customer scans it with the crosshair scanning system, it adds it to their virtual cart.
So once it's scanned by the crosshair system, Target employees back in the stock room will pick out the item and have it ready for the customer to pick up at checkout. The customer doesn't even have to pick up any items, carry them to the store at all. And in order to pay, customer can swipe their card in the crosshair system when they're done shopping, and then just pick up their things on the way out, or they can use the app, which has the same software, and enter their card information into the app and do the same thing, pick it up on their way out. Or if they don't want to pay like this, they can pay with cash at self-checkout stations, so no cashier would be required.
So once the item is scanned, it goes, an employee picks it up and it goes to the dressing room, and the customer then has the option of trying it on, the piece of clothing, and if they like the item, they can then add it to their cart, and they can either pay with cash at the register or right with their credit or debit card, and they can pay on their way.
Okay, so we're going to give a demonstration of how this looks, just to clarify any questions.
Any clarification?
Okay, so here we have a middle-aged woman who is shopping at Target, and she sees a coat that catches her eye. Now, she wants to try on the coat, so she either uses an in-store Target crosshair system, or Target has the option to develop an app that also allows scanning of these barcodes. So she scans the item, and she can either select to try it on or send it to a virtual cart. She decides to try it on. So what happens is someone in the back room brings the item to the dressing room for her, where she can try it on. If she decides she likes it, she presses a button on the app or on the scanner system that allows her to add it to a virtual cart. Then the employee in the dressing room brings it back to the warehouse, where it will be added with the rest of her items that she wants to purchase, so that when she's ready to leave, all her items are collected and she just has to pay and can leave.
And from this quote from the CEO, Mr. Cornell, he says how Target customers like the innovation, they like seeing new things, and it gets them excited. And we believe that this new system will do just that. It'll bring people in and make them excited to go see something new that they most likely never heard of before.
So overall, what entering fixes, it will reduce the total number of staff in the store, and the remaining staff will be reorganized to new positions like more staff back in the stock room to ready merchandise for the customer to pick up. It'll decrease the floor space use since there will only be one item on display for each product. It'll create that clean look that Target always strives for. It will also increase impulse purchases as customers can just scan an item rather than having to pick it up, put it in their cart. I think that will make people want to just increase their impulse on that. The checkout will be a lot faster as they won't have to wait in line if they use the scan or the app. And the only line will be the short self-pay checkouts using cash. And it will reduce shoplifting as well. This will all add up so customers can expect more and pay less.
So I just want to emphasize that we really have to believe that this will help increase sales because customers won't be looking at all the items in their cart and think, oh, I'm already spending $150. I should slow down my spending. We think that they'll see something and it'll really increase impulse purchases.
So staffing, to reduce the overall number of staff working on the sales floor as shelves won't have to be stocked throughout the day. There won't be any cashiers, as it will be all self-pay, either way the customer chooses. There'll be less staff after hours needed to clean the store as the store will stay cleaner as items won't be knocked to the floor and such. It will still happen, but there'll be less since it'll be just one display per item. The extra staff can be utilized for more people lining the dressing rooms and distributing items to customers on their way out after they pay.
So with the display, like you guys mentioned last week, there will still be room for the visual merchandiser to display the items how they would like, so then you could increase the sales that way. And also, when it comes to floor space, so let's say that you had a more lower volume store, because there's no stock in the store, you can definitely put like all the items that you would have like online or like you would have in a higher volume, because you would have more space to do that.
And Target emphasized having a cleaner looking store, so since there would just be one item out on display, there won't be any massive clothing piles on the floor, no unfolded clothes. It will have a much more cleaner appearance. This will also increase impulse buying. So with a scanner, people will be more likely to scan an item instead of having to lug the clothing around with them. And so yeah, this will just increase the sales because nobody, if there's too much already that they're carrying, they're not going to want to carry more. So they can just scan the item. And this will also result in a faster trip because if they're paying with a credit or debit card, they can swipe their card on the side of the scanner. Or if they're using the app, they can enter their card information and then they can just, they'll already have it paid for as they can go.
So something that all retail stores lose money to is shrink and shoplifting. So if there's a reduced amount of merchandise on the floor, that will definitely take away that problem. And there will be less employees having to look out for that, and then probably less money putting into having employees on the floor, making sure that there are no shoplifters.
So implementation. These are the steps that Target would have to take to implement this new scanning system. So first of all, Target would develop, manufacture, and distribute a scanner system like the crosshair scanning system that allows scanned items to be either sent to the dressing room or sent to a customer's cart. The next step they would take is to reorganize the physical store so that there's only one piece of merchandise of every item that Target carries actually displayed for reasons that it keeps the store cleaner, less shoplifting, as we mentioned. So the Target needs to reorganize the store around that with an easily visible barcode that customers can scan in order to purchase the item. And you would reallocate employees from restocking shelves to the back room collecting the items that the customers wish to purchase.
And finally, is what Target can afford. The pre-tax income has grown roughly 3% over the past few years. If you take into account the little dip that happened in 2014, the numbers even higher. The free cash flows for this past year was around $4 billion, and there's no balance on the revolving credit facility, but that does expire in October 2018, so you wouldn't want to put too much on that. As far as when your current debt that you have matures, roughly 10 to 15 years is when it's currently the least amount, so if you're issuing bonds, that would be the time, and you're rated A2, A, and A- by Standard & Poor's, Moody's, and Fitch, so you know that you can do these and you will get people buying them. The renovations, unfortunately, nobody's done this, so we couldn't base how much it's actually going to cost. So, but we do believe it's going to be expensive to do, but Target can handle it, and the increase in sales should cover that. And then finally, just a brief recap, it'll reduce shoplifting and the staffing, so we save money. We develop a quicker and more pleasurable shopping experience, which is something that your CEO has said, and that everyone can agree is a good thing. It'll attract more people to come into the stores because it's something new they've never seen before. The stores will have a cleaner look, which is something you and your customers both value very highly. Increasing impulse purchases will help to increase your revenues. And then Target will not only become associated, but become one of the most highly technology advanced retailers. Do you have any questions?
Wow. So really, I'm not kidding you. So I've been doing case studies for about 10 years at Target. I can't believe you guys are freshmen. And I told you to think outside the box, that's outside the box. Here's a couple of things I would just get nervous at. First of all, the South Korean supermarket, it went to this concept.
Yes, yes.
So they closed, they opened, and now there's no guest that walks in and takes part. It's all just basically scanning and what was the return on investment? Like, what did they go from, like,
They saw
sales to 25, or?
They were ranked rather lowly among South Korean retailers and supermarkets, but when they implemented this, I believe they went to number 2 ranked in South Korea. So they really did see an increase in revenue and purchases.
Yeah, I mean, my only thought that would be, I mean, really, it's just outside the box, I'm just trying to get my hands around it, would be during a busy Saturday. Like, you'd have to have so many people in the back room to bring up the clothing or bring up anything, right? Because we're talking about the whole store is going to be this, right? Or is this just clothing?
It can be whatever Target decides is appropriate. So if it is a busy Saturday, you can allocate, like, turn on and off the barcodes so that only clothes are available, and then keep the other items in store.
Well, we also thought of the idea too, to implement it on the soft line items first, maybe in like the month of like August or in the summertime, so then by the time Black Friday comes along, you know what works and what doesn't.
Also, it's reallocation of staff. So we don't believe that this will require Target to hire more staff. We just believe you'll shift your staff around. So instead of having people walking around the store and stocking shelves, you'll just have people in the back room. You'll take those people and put them in the back
There
room.
will also be less people at the register because there won't be as many more checkouts. So you can take those people that were working there and put them in the back stocking.
But then you would still have to have registers if we're not going to do it for, let's say we're only going to do it for clothing, or we're going to shut off the barcodes for hardware. You still have to have registers, right? Or
Yeah, you'd have a couple, but you need less registers because it still does affect the clothing you sell.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, like it's so out of the box. It's cool.
And if you're gonna be like increasing technology so much, maybe like insert more of like the self-checkout idea, more so like if we feel like we need to put more of the employees in the stock room.
So first of all, as a mom with 2 kids, like this would be my dream. Not to be able to walk around and like have one child up here, the other one running around and just be able to like, ooh, I want this, and then we'll pick it up. So when we talk about being bold, like, great job being bold. The only question I would have, so if more things is gonna be in the back room, and you kind of said reduce staffing, would we have to look at letting go of employees because some of it will be in the back? And also, how would renovation of our stores look like if we might need more space from a back room perspective?
Well, renovation of your stores, one of the concepts is to reduce actual floor space, so you need less items on the floor. So you can take that area that you save and apply that to back room warehouse. And pertaining to laying off workers, the concept isn't to lay off workers, like I've said, it's just to reorganize them. So you could save workers, and Target could reduce its expenses in having to pay salary. And really, you can lay off workers if you find that it works efficiently enough, but you're not necessarily going to have to.
Also, the virtual merchandisers, this would give them a huge boost since like everything will be on display. They have a great opportunity to really like showcase their skills, and you could even hire more of them.
I'm impressed. Really, nice job. Wow. That's all that's right. Thank you.
Good job. I'll just take it. Good job, Boris.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Very nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I had originally found the Korean supermarket store, and I was looked out for
I
this.
look on like YouTube. Yeah.
I had just seen, I had seen it in a news article.
Well, that's.
Yeah, if you just Google like Korean virtual supermarket, it should come up.
Wow.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Young Tracy. Hi, I'm Young.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
We have clipboards.
Okay, right up here.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, you guys, if you need to set anything up, go for it. If not, just tell us when you're ready to start. We'll start at 5.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thanks for attending our case competition. My name is James. I'm an MIS major.
Hi everyone, I'm Sylvia. I'm an accounting major.
I'm Eva and I'm a business management major.
Hi, I'm Bianca, and I'm also a business management major.
So our objective today in presenting to you is to present you ideas that will create the best in-store experience for customers, while at the same time complementing Target's digital experience and increasing guest frequency, basket size, and top-line sales at each store. So, in order to do this, we decided to focus on 3 main things: the guest service, apparel, and the store layout. And by doing these 3 things, we hope to, we think it'll bolster Target's public image and ensure the success of the company as a whole, as well as meeting all of our objectives. So the first idea that we'd like to present is the gender-neutral options. So what this would basically imply for this stores is when Target's producing its next line of sales for clothing-wise, they would introduce gender-neutral clothes into the boys and girls sections. So this doesn't require any rearrangements in the store. It just requires the clothes to be put in, like, basically between the boys and girls section. And it targets multiple audiences at the same time, so rather than just boys or just girls, it'll be able to target children in general. And by doing this, we hope that will increase the sales of the section, which is one of the main sections that we're focusing on in the store. So, Brian Cornell, the CEO of Target, said that everybody deserves to feel like they belong. This signals that Target's moving in a very progressive direction, and I feel that this identity would fit well with Target. If Target is worried about backlash of some sort, as they might expect to, this could be not advertised at all. If it's simply put in the store in the boys and girls area, then people who are looking for it will find it, and people who aren't looking for it, it'll pass by them unnoticed. So overall, this idea is a very has very high potential benefits while having almost no input costs. If this does turn out to be a success, then it could be even implemented into the men's and women's sections. Now, Sophie's going to present our next slide and point.
So we also wanted to focus on employment, and by this means we wanted to have in-store stylists who will be specialized and will be experts in their own designated sections. In addition to this, they should be accessible and helpful to all guests. And of course, employment can give Target some benefits, which are listed on the slide. And the main point that I want to talk about is the fact that it can provide a more positive shopping experience to the guests. And for example, take a mom with a child. Like, in general, shopping with children is relatively more difficult than shopping alone. And the in-store stylists will be experts in their fields, and they will be passionate about Target, and they will also know the general processes. So it's going to be beneficial to everyone. The stylist will ask them what they need, and they can help however they needed to, and that's kind of it. In addition to this, of course, it will involve extra training, but extra training should only last probably 1 to 2 days. In addition, Bianca will talk about value signing.
So when it comes to value signing, we believe that Target is all about providing our guests with a great price and special deals on our products. To enhance our in-store experience, we would like to utilize value signing by offering deals online that will offer deals online that are specifically for in-store. What we mean is that we'll offer certain products selectively online that will have special in-store value, so they'll be at a discounted rate. We'd also like to implement a point system with Cartwheel, specifically on products that are not necessarily flying off the shelves. So offers online that promote in-store savings will naturally lead our guests to get up and go to the stores and make their purchases on spot. So this gives the guests the opportunity to get their product right there at a slightly discounted rate, and will also lead them, this will inevitably increase foot traffic and potentially lead them to browse for even more products. When it comes to the point system, we all love using the Cartwheel because you're unlocking badges and unlocking savings. It's pretty fulfilling, but why not get a more tangible reward? We would like to implement this by earning a certain number of badges. You can unlock certain savings on specific products, specifically in the accessories department, since that is a department known to make less revenue. So yes, you're losing a small amount of money through coupons and Cartwheel, but you're making more money on slow-moving inventory. You'll also be gaining free publicity and more loyalty to our brand from our guests, because Target with these ideas will be proving that they actually care and act on their values of expecting more and paying less. So when it comes to our next target point of quick checkout, we want to focus on the top complaint, long lines and slow checkout times. To expedite this process, we'd like to incorporate handheld portable price scanners and a barcode scanning app, so our guests can shop and scan as they go. They can scan their items while they're in their cart. The scanner will be rung up by the cashier, and then they'll be right there and be on their way. So not only does this lead to shorter wait times at checkout, it will also encourage our guests to bring their own reusable, eco-friendly bags, so they can shop and bag as they go. We also believe that when it comes to supporting the price scanner, we think an app would be a really good complement to this. This can either be its own separate app, like Stop and Shop has done with their successful Scan It program, or it can be incorporated with Cartwheel. So yes, there are some challenges. We can't predict how popular this will be amongst guests, and there is an investment cost, which I'll go over momentarily. But we do believe that with our demanding enthusiast guests and their early adopter lifestyle, they'll very much welcome the change. These guests are tech friendly, so they'll be drawn to these in-store enhancements. So when it comes to breaking down the costs, scanners can cost anywhere between $40 to $150, but to fulfill Target's needs, you only need to spend about $100 on a scanner. We recommend starting off with about 70 scanners per store, and this will probably be about $7,420 per store, which is a small fraction in comparison to the average store revenue of $4.2 million based off of the revenue of $73.8 billion in 2015. When it comes to app development, according to Appico, it can range anywhere between $100,000 and $300,000, but Target will inevitably be on the lower end price scale because we already have a database of in-stocks for our online services and for our Cartwheel app. You can potentially reuse and or integrate this idea into Cartwheel's already developed framework. Now, he was going to discuss in-stocks.
Another way that we thought Target could increase its foot traffic is by promoting launches by personally inviting the designer to certain stores. Target stated that its main competitors were Macy's, Nordstrom, Kohl's, TJ Maxx, Walmart. Yes, those. And we thought a way that they could differentiate themselves from their competitors would be like bringing in the designers, and this will not only get them ahead of the competitors, but also give a sense of connection to not only the clothing, but the Target brand. I know we said we would focus mainly on the boys and girls department, but really they're not going to be the ones paying. It's going to be probably their parents or mainly their moms. As you said, your average customer was a 40-year-old mother. with 2.5 children. And Time Magazine stated that women are more likely to look at branded names, so if they were to know who they were buying and if they have personally met them, we feel as though like not only would you get more people coming in, but people would be more willing to buy their clothing, and this will not only give you more popularity but more sales. I know there's a big drawback of these events would be the cost. Not only are you paying the designers to come in, but you're also paying for the decorations, the food, and the drinks. And obviously, if you were to give a discount to promote the event to the first 10, 20, 30 people, you do lose some money, but we feel as though you would get that back in the sales that you would make with the people coming in, because your customers would be the early adopters who are willing to pay for things as soon as they come out. We believe that the store layout would remain mostly unchanged, because all we would add is in the beginning of the store when people walk in to grab the price scanners and just start shopping right away. And for our gender neutral option, you would only have to decrease the size of the boys and girls department to make room for the gender neutral option between the two. And we believe that with these two changes, Target will run a lot more efficiently. So overall, our gender neutral options will not only give a sense of identity to the children, but also create loyalty for the children now because they feel included now and they will feel they can rely on Target later in the future. The price scanners will efficiently help the checkout process go much more smoother. And by bringing in designers to the stores, not only are we Target getting ahead of its competitors, but the customers are getting a connection, building a connection with Target itself. And in-store stylists not only will be creating a helpful shopping experience for the customers. These are some of the sites we use for extra research for other projects. Now we would like to open it up for more questions. Go ahead.
So you said general neutral options. Is there any stores that are using this and does it increase sales?
Okay, when it comes to gender neutral options, this isn't really implemented in a lot of stores yet, because a lot of gender neutral options that are being offered are on a much higher designer brand price scale. So if you offered it to these everyday customers in the Target stores, we think it would be a really nice natural flow that would be really appreciated by the customers.
Yeah, there aren't any stores that we felt would directly be applicable to Target sales and we could be sure that it would have the same impact.
And then my second question is about the stylish employment. How do you envision, like on a busy Saturday, like, do you have to sign up for this? Do you walk in, does it automatically, like, how many do we have to handle all the moms that walk in on a Saturday with kids towed?
I'm sorry. Yeah, so pretty much, I don't know, well, what we kind of based this model off of was an American Eagle. What they have is they actually have like a doorbell pager system. So what you do, you go into the store, and it's just your typical salespeople that are walking around the store. You hit the doorbell, and it's a pager. They are there to help you. They'll get you a different size, different color. That's pretty much what we had envisioned.
I love how you guys incorporated the tools and resources that we already use, so like the cartwheel, there seems to be no cost to like the store switch from a store perspective. We love it, we don't spend a lot of money. And the cartwheel, I know we talked about that last Friday, so I love the idea of like bouncing off of a cartwheel and being able to drive sales in that trail and accessory, so nice job using cartwheel.
Yeah, really nice job. So key phrases such as expect more, pay less that you touched upon. Stylists, I don't know if you guys know this, but right now in our store, we're talking a lot about in-store stylists and merchandising. So this really hits and touches upon what's driving sales right now in our margin. So really nice job with that. And then value signing. Another thing that I think we all know is driving guests and that we're very focused on is driving sales by price point. So really nice job doing a lot of your investigating and a lot of your research.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just tell us when you're ready and we'll start the time. Should we start? Okay, you can start the time. So we're team 3. My name is Victoria. This is Michael. This is Lindsay. And this is Allie. So our goal is to increase sales for the Target Southbound department, and to do this we have 4 main ideas. Our first one is to improve overall organization. Our second is to use complete outfit displays for inspiration. Our third is to create an interactive blog with a customer-themed display. And our fourth is to implement beacon devices using the Carver app.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to focus on is just improving the overall organization. So we actually went to a Target, and some of the issues that we saw in the clothing department was that there was a mismatched sign with the product. It wasn't really color coordinated, and it was just like a little bit cluttered. So what would we change? First of all, we absolutely love the kids department. Things were folded really nicely, it was color coordinated, and then also we went to Macy's and we loved how they coordinated their clothes by the style and the print, so just apply these things to the adult department at Target. And then accessory area, basically just the same issues that we had with the clothing department. So what would we change? Again, we loved the kids department, we loved how the belts were organized by the style and the color, and then also we loved how at Macy's they had the clutches organized by prints and colors. So again, just apply this into the adult department. So key factors. Staff members will need to stay after every night for about an hour just to organize, and then maybe install a policy where if an employee sees a mess, they're obligated to fix it. The cost would be about $350 per week if you have about 5 people. And then the reward would be a cleaner look that allows customers to clearly see all available options and styles, and then a happier and more loyal customer because 73% of consumers don't like a general feeling of chaos when items aren't easily displayed.
All right, hi everybody, hope everyone's doing well today. So our second main idea is going to be complete outfit displays. As you can see to the picture to the left, you can see a picture of a model, but then below is just maybe one aspect of the clothing that the model is wearing, maybe not the other shirt that the model is wearing. And you can see to the picture to the right, there is a half mannequin wearing only one aspect of clothing, and then underneath you can see a lot of different other types of clothing the mannequin is not wearing. Okay, so this is what we would like. So an ideal display would incorporate all 3 of these pictures. So you can see to the left that there is a mannequin wearing a dress, and to the left of the mannequin you can see the dress right on the rack. And there's 3 mannequins right there with equal dresses on the rack. And then in the middle, this is from Target's actual kids department. You can see the outfit right underneath the mannequin, and at the picture to the right you can see a mannequin wearing pants, a belt, a blouse, shoes, and a purse. So they have all the accessories on the mannequin. Okay, so this is what we propose. So we would like the displays to show entire outfits on the mannequins. Why? Well, the customer would really like to visualize the outfit all together and on the mannequin and really see, oh, maybe I can buy this accessory with that outfit, and so it would be more profitable for Target. Okay, so the full body mannequin display should be changed weekly by the visual merchandising leader, and then we should just make the displays a little more artfully decorated, as in Target's own furniture department and Macy's clothing. Okay, so just some key factors. So the visual team leader is already employed. So to help the team leader, we would like to employ a possible unpaid intern from a local university or community college who is a fashion merchandising major, and they can do an unpaid internship possibly with the visual merchandising leader, so that would not be much of a cost. So the display should be changed approximately weekly, and this would take about 2 hours. And so as we can see, the intern would be free, and the full body mannequins would cost about $94 from a store supply website, and this is only per mannequin, and it's not replacing all of the mannequins because there are still some in store. And so the reward, again, is the customers will be able to visualize themselves within the outfit, see multiple parts of the outfit, and be willing to buy more accessories, more belts, more anything with that outfit, and that would be more profitable for Target.
So our third idea is to focus on Target social media, and as executive team leader, the goal is really to create the culture that Target's guests experience. So here's a look at Target's current Instagram page. It focuses on home, fashion, and the beauty sections of Target. So really having a page dedicated to just accessories or apparel would show how Target is focused on that product in store. And a great way to show this on Instagram is using Target's current Pinterest page posts on the Instagram page as well, just because it shows how Target clothing is worn on an everyday person. Also, another great way to develop the relationship between guest and brand
is through Target's own blog page, as well as even like featuring bloggers on Target's Instagram page, just like TJ Maxx does. So what the executive team leader would do in store is really emphasize how the posts work and translate into the Target's pieces in store. So what Target gets out of this is showing how Target's still on trend, yet still being affordable, and even having a winner from Instagram on mannequins in store would show how the relationship between guests and brand is very important to Target. So how this works is both pages would be run from headquarters. So it would be relatively inexpensive because Instagram is free, while a blog page would just have a website renewal every year, plus a couple of employee salaries to run both pages. And the reward that Target gets from this is really illustrating Target's creativity and being able to stay on trend while being affordable, as well as that experience that the guests receive from the executive team leader.
And our fourth and final idea is implementing beacons. So when they ask what is a beacon is a device that sends out a low Bluetooth frequency to any smartphone within a certain proximity. Once, if on the phone, if the person has the company app downloaded, the Bluetooth signal would signal the app to open. And once open, the company could then send a push notification to the smartphone for the customer to read. So how do we use this in the Target store? We would use this in the Target store by placing a beacon in each section, so one in clothing, one in apparel, one in food, and then so therefore when the customer walks by, let's say the clothing department, the beacon would signal the Target Cartwheel app to open. Once open, the app would send a notification to the consumer of this, about the specific items within the cartwheel that are on sale in that section. And as mentioned in the Q&A, Target doesn't like to heavily advertise the cartwheel app for fear of losing revenue, but the beacon only works if the app is already downloaded, so they already are well aware of the coupons that are available to them. It's just simply a reminder. And lastly, the beacons have an added benefit because they track where the customers are within the store, so you can see which areas that customers go to most frequently, use it for product display, and Macy's and Lord & Taylor are already using beacons in their store. And so how we would do staffing, so you need to hire a company to install a beacon, but that's a one-time fixed cost, and then the Cartwheel app is already made, so simply programmers would have to change the format to fit the beacon. So the cost is relatively cheap. According to one brand, for a 3-beacon kit, it's about $80, and they last 9 years, which is a very long lifespan. And since you have 12 categories on the Cartwheel app, you would need $320 worth for a beacon per store. And so why would you do this? So you get to track customer habits, which is an added benefit, and 62% of consumers feel that the brands that they're most loyal to have not rewarded them enough, and of course the customer comes first. So you want to reward them by reminding them of the coupons they have disposable to them, and so therefore they would feel the loyalty and continue to shop at Target.
Okay, so just to recap what we all just wanted to implement in the solution. So first, we'd like to improve organization of the store in general. Second, we would like new displays with full body mannequins and full outfits. Third, we would like a social media page with a new Instagram and a new implemented blog. And fourth, we would like a beacon system combined with the Cartwheel app. And so the total cost again would be $320 for the beacon, $94 per mannequin, $3 to $50 per week for the store organizers, and a few employee salaries to implement the social media page and a new website domain. And so again, on the return, there would be a cleaner store appearance in general for customer satisfaction, inspiration for the customers to buy more outfits and make more profit for Target in that area. Consumers would be able to keep up with trends on social media with Target, and the beacon device would be able to track customer loyalty and give customer more of a reward for going to Target. Okay, and just want to thank you all for listening, and there's just some fun photos, because you know, when you go to Target, you have to take a picture with Bullseye. Bullseye is adorable, so there we all are. And then I found a vest that I really liked that I was basically wearing the same one. And it was about $70 left, or less than the vest I bought, so I felt really bad when I purchased.
And of course, when we were doing case study research, I just happened to walk by the shoe department, fell in love with a pair of shoes, and it turned into a shopping trip for me. Decided to have it. So.
Very nice job. Awesome. I just have a couple of questions. I think I have one question. Every time I wrote something down, the question you had an answer. Because like one question was like, anybody else using beacons, and you had that. But my question is real. I don't think anybody can answer it. But for the complete outfit displays and having the unpaid insurance, Did you think about stores that are like in the middle of Maine that don't have a fashion school? What would you do there?
Well, what we would do is probably at like a headquarter level, we'd see like who could apply for these jobs and possibly do an internship position with like any of the closest colleges that are closest. But really, to solve that problem, we would have to probably reach out to many different colleges. So, or even that being said, for help, anyways, we could honestly hire somebody. But I think this would be the cheapest possible way for at least some of the stores who are near colleges.
So really nice job. I work in a multi-level store, so we are always looking for ways to track and just like the trends of foot traffic and to merchandise to where those busier areas are. So with your beacon, you guys brought up that I would actually track the customer flow and the foot traffic, so that would be something that would be really ideal for us.
And thank you for coming to visit me and making those opportunities look good on the PowerPoint, so thank you. I love that you spent time on social media, kind of hit the demographics of the area, especially us being close to UConn. I like the enhancing on the Instagram and the blogs, and the same thing like she said about the beacons. The only thing I would say, since we talked about cargo, what about the guest that does not have cargo downloaded? How do we capture those guests?
Well, in Macy's, how they're using it is there's a game when you enter, so you can play, and then if you win the game, then they send you a coupon. So, and then William Taylor, they use it, same thing, what I suggested. So, I don't know, you just really need to heavily advertise as you either walk in or just maybe the Carvel app a little bit more.
Great job, everybody.
Do we one more? Christine's got a little something set aside for you. No. Hey, how you doing? Zach.
All right, if you guys have anything to set up, you can do that now, and if not, here's the clicker. And just tell us when you're ready, and we'll start the time.
All right, so a corporate analysis of Target.
Okay, so in this presentation, we will be talking about the solution that will make shopping at Target an event rather than just doing a run. While keeping in mind the Target's motto of spend more and pay less. We will keep emphasizing on Target's focus of apparel and accessories. Our idea will take into consideration of the key factors, including online customer service and merchandising that will allow the greater sales and promote the customer loyalty.
So how can we promote a positive customer experience at Target? We'd like to start off by consolidating the apps of Target, so that would include the Target Registry app, the Target Cartwheel app, the Target Wishlist app, and the Target app itself. We think that the consolidation of all 4 apps will result in a less splintered app platform, which will result in an increased Cartwright visibility, which will also draw customer loyalty to the app and will also keep the Cartwheel app fresh in the consumer's mind in terms of having one user-friendly interface. We estimate these costs to be $140,000 to about $210,000, and that these costs include the cost for the software engineers as well as their time and the resources put in to be able to merge all of the apps. So according to a recent Forrester poll, about 85% of the time spent on smartphones is spent in apps, while only 5% of that time is spent in a retail app. While 60% of consumers have two or fewer apps downloaded, so this definitely demonstrates that Target really needs to pare down the 4 apps and really focus on 1 or 2, because that's what the consumers want, and this market trend will really drive Target into success in that aspect. And this is a pie chart of the breakdown of retail apps on a user's smartphone. As you can see, the majority of this pie chart is broken into either 0 apps or 1 to 2 apps. So we feel very strongly that Target should pare this sort of apps down. So we would also like to increase the Target shopping experience by emphasizing and implementing a mobile point-of-sale checkout system in all Target stores. It would be composed of a 2-part system where an MPOS technology software would be downloaded, as well as the role of a Target team member in carrying out the software itself. This would include downloading the software onto an existing handheld device, scanner devices that people who run inventory use within all the stores, as well as team members on the floor and other sales reps. We would purchase Square mobile units, which are the small white boxes that allow mobile checkout. And these are electronic and chip card readers that would allow a consumer to put their credit card directly into it and check out right on the spot. And the team members would be capable of a versatile checkout system where they can check out anywhere in the store. They wouldn't have to just stand in line like normal stores at the very center of the store. We could position these people in different categories of the store, so we could have some in apparel, some in electronics, and this would increase capitalization of sales and reduce product abandonment time because we can get to the consumer right away before they abandon that item. And also in electronics, we can capitalize on TVs and other valuable electronics, thus increasing sales. So we would like to introduce the Square POS system into about 10% of Target's 1,800 stores. That would put us at about 180 stores. The units themselves cost about $50 each. We'd like to put 10 units in each store as part of the trial run. So we're looking at a total cost of about $90,000. It might seem like a very costly upfront price, but we feel that the sales recovered from this technology would definitely supersede the initial $90,000 cost. And just to prove that this is a viable option, Nordstrom did this in 2011 with an MPOS system, and their average selling price and number of items sold increased in 2011 compared to the 2010 numbers. And also their 2012 March sales report indicates a 15.3% increase in total retail sales from 2010 to 2011. And also, going off the idea of the MPOS system, this could also reduce traffic during the holiday season up front in the store. There's always a big craze during the holiday season and also during Black Friday. And we'd like to kind of use the MPOS system to spread out and distribute the customers throughout the store.
This is the Square technology that certain employees will be equipped with to expedite the checkout process in store. And to complement that, we want to improve the online Target shopping experience. And this is an example of Amazon's checkout buttons. You can see they have a buy now with one-click option, and eBay has a buy it now option. Target does not have this. We believe expediting the checkout process online will reduce product abandonment while it's in the cart. And it's estimated that the buy with one-click button on Amazon has contributed billions of dollars in additional revenue since Amazon put that on their website. It's important to note that the buy with one-click technology, the patent that Amazon has, expires in 2017. So this gives Target a really great opportunity to add that to their website and contribute additional revenue.
Okay, so we also want to promote the Red Card program because after the research we find out not so many people know about the Red Card at Target, even though it offers many benefits like the 5% discount. So we want to advertise the Red Card more. There are two ways we want to do it. First one is to feature benefits of Red Card in the Target commercial, and we also want to implement the one card Target rewards programs that can connect to the existing Red Card. So in this way, we can also build more customer loyalty and attract more new customers.
You can think of the rewards program as like a frequent flyer miles program in which points are accumulated via a separate account and number using the card of your choice. In this case, that would be the red card. A good example of an existing rewards program that has a good business model is the Plenty Rewards. There are several retailers currently have it. Macy's, which is a competitor to Target. mobile gas stations as well as Rite Aids. So their system, 1 point is worth approximately 1 cent. That means with around 1,000 points, you get around $10 worth of rewards, which I know from personal experience that builds up pretty quick. And there's 2 primary ways to earn points. The first is by simply shopping in participating stores. And I want to emphasize the second way in which you activate it in advance. Now, for Target's program, this can be done via car wheel. On top of the existing promotions, certain promotions should only be offered for users of the rewards program. And in this way, more users will be encouraged to download the app and you take advantage of these rewards. And on top of that, the rewards will change on a monthly basis in order to keep customers to always come back.
Expect more, pay less. We can deliver on this promise by adding a upscale lounge for red card holders. And this lounge, they can eat food, watch TV, relax, and get free water. And so another thing we want to add in stores is water bottle filling stations, which are very popular on campus, and we believe customers will enjoy these perks as well in Target. And each one of these devices is $950. We think there should be 2 or 3 in each store. And this one-time investment will make customers feel like they are getting more while paying the same low prices. In-store restaurants. So Walmart is one of our main competitors, and they've partnered with Subway, and we can compete with them and beat them by partnering with popular fast casual restaurants like Starbucks, Chipotle, Noodles & Company, Dunkin' Donuts, etc. And we think there should be at least 1 in each store to increase foot traffic and draw new customers in. If they know their favorite restaurant is within Target, then they will come into Target and learn about the good deals and good products that we have. Furthermore, these restaurants will pay rent, and it will be a mutually beneficial relationship between the restaurants as well as Target.
So the current target audience that shops at Target are 40-year-old moms who have children, have 2 children. These moms are very busy taking care of their children and also working. So we decided to create an efficient way for them to shop and not look after their kids for a little bit when shopping. So we decided to create a daycare center. More than 67% of women who are in families are in the working class right now. By providing them a time where they can shop efficiently and get all they need without looking after their kids, will increase foot trafficking of our target audience. So this daycare center is for only Target red card memberships. This will create an increase in the memberships and it will create selectivity. So the care center is 60 minutes for each child for free between the ages of 5 through 11, and it will be a very fun and entertaining place where there's board games, obstacle courses, and toys that range between that age group. And this will increase our foot trafficking for mothers to come in and have an efficient time. So scheduling. We must hire at least 4 full-time employees to each location. At a time in the center, there will be 2 employees working. These employees must be great to handle children and should also be background checked just for the safety of the children. And we also created hours that work well for the mothers who are working. So from the weekdays, we have it from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., where we see where most mothers get out when they're at their part-time jobs to take care of their children. And then on Saturday and Sunday, which are the weekends, we see increased foot trafficking, so we're starting at 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Costs and returns. So the initial cost will be for the employees. We're thinking of paying each employee $10 an hour, so by a 40-week period, 40-hour period, we would say $400 a week. Multiply that by 4 for at least the amount of employees we hire at each location, which would be a cost of $1,600 per week. Additional costs would be to create the daycare center, so space and then other accessories. So initially we'd be implementing this only in 5 locations nationwide to see how our sales go. But our competitors, IKEA, which is a nationwide furniture store, has implemented this and seen a significant change in their membership and sales by creating a daycare center. developing apparel. We think if we increase our name brand clothing in Target, we will create greater sales and be able to compete with stores such as Kohl's, TJ Maxx, Macy's, Nordstrom that do carry these big name brand companies. And for example, when Target brought in Lily Pulitzer and tagged in the brand, sales were booming online and in stores, foot trafficking was increasing, and all the accessories and clothing were gone within almost a day. So bringing something in like that will also increase another more significant sale instead of just doing one big brand a year. And we think creating an exclusive brand by a celebrity would increase sale trafficking as well. So creating a brand that's by one specific celebrity will increase sales trafficking by all the fans that are fans of the celebrity coming into Target and buying those products specifically that are sold in Target. And we see an example from this by the Nike Jordan brand. Sales for Nikes increased immensely, like about 75% with the Nike Jordan collaboration. Celebrity promotions on social media. So creating a better social media platform where celebrities wear a Target brand and show it off on their social media accounts and make sure that they're like, oh, I'm loving Target right now wearing this athletic clothing, which would also increase more teens that are our age who are constantly on social media to walk into Target and buy the clothing. And overall, these were just some of the few ideas we thought that could help Target increase their foot trafficking and increase sales and make Target more of an event to go to. So thank you for your time and good luck to
So first of all, great job of thinking outside the box, because the customer lounge, I've never heard of that one. So my concern with that is where are we putting it?
So the customer lounge, I know there's a space in Target that is already like a cafeteria style, and we think that we can either take part of that or all of that and upgrade it to like nicer tables, nicer chairs, perhaps a couch, perhaps a TV, and free water coolers, and that is where we think it should go.
And did you guys, and I know we're not in detail, but cost of that to renovate that area, and like, would that be, give us a good return on investment, or how long would that take us to get a return on that?
So that would be a one-time investment of pretty much just chairs, tables. We talked about the cost of the water bottle filling stations is $950. So like 2 of those would be about $2,000.
But isn't there gonna have to be a wall, because you're gonna close it off to only red card guests, right?
Rather than a wall, I think it can just be like something as simple as a velvet rope.
Right. I have one more question.
I guess my other question would be, with any daycare, I think it's an amazing perk, and I know Jen was over here saying like, oh my God, I love this. But have you guys thought about liabilities? Because I do think there is liabilities that would come along with it. So definitely, I think anyone that was there would have to have certain certifications as far as like food allergen and also CPR. But have you guys thought about like kids normally they do trip and fall in our stores, and we do battle that every day. So now you add in this extra piece, have you guys thought about the liabilities and what would happen if a child got hurt?
As we mentioned before, all the employees will definitely be certified and be well equipped with handling kids. Also, we thought about a way to make sure to sign a waiver form, so the parents, before they send their kids into the daycare center, know everything that Target is responsible, that they're not, whatever the qualifications that you guys might think is proper to the daycare center. So just a waiver form to make sure that the parents understand, and also the employees that are working there understand the responsibilities of the children would go a long way, so there would be no lawsuits that would be mixed up without just handing the kids over. So a waiver form would be immensely needed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Two quick things, just like Dawn said, I would definitely use your daycare to get a peaceful hour shopping. I'd like to extend in just having a red card holder, because I do believe that would increase the amount of guests that sign up for a red card just for that benefit. So nice job with making it very unique and special to the red card holder. I like that. And then also thank you for touching on online sales. So I think our biggest competitor is .com, and that would be any.com. So really focusing on how can we drive online sales to kind of boost our sales in apparel and accessories. So just thank you for adding that into your presentation.
If you all want to sit down there, we'll be back to you shortly, okay?
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Smiles are serious.
All right.
Awesome. All right, good job.
So first, we just wanted to say that everybody did a fantastic job of really clearing out all
So really, everybody did an awesome job. It was really difficult for us to choose a winner. I've been doing this for 10 years, going to schools and listened. I have never listened to freshmen do such an amazing job. All 4 of you would be a winner. I wish we brought 4 prizes for everybody what we did, but really super job.
And Josh and I just wanted to say that we're just amazed with how well you guys prepared and everything, and it went better than we ever could have expected. So we just wanted to thank you guys for putting so much effort into this and kind of making it what it was.
Yeah, thanks for participating.
So first, what we want to do before we announce who won is we just want to give everyone their certificate. So this is just for participating because you were here and all did a great job. Eva? Allie? Bianca? Chris? Matt? Joe? Clay? Julia? Victoria? Jess? Lindsay? Mike? Zach? Sophie? Jonathan is here with us in spirit. Devani? And then, we'll give this to Jonathan whenever we see him. And now we just wanted to give you guys from Target something, because you were so kind to us for coming here and judging and everything. So we just want to say thank you. And now we're going to announce who won. So Josh is going to go with runner-up. We'll get the name.
verified.
We have BCLC.
I'm keeping mine very low.
All right. The runner-up is, can someone give me a drum roll? Michael and Allie and Victoria. There you go.
Can we get a group shot?
Good work, people.
All right, and then the winner is, we got another two on the roll. Winner is Julia, Joe, Jonathan, Clay, and Jess. And then one for Jonathan. All right, and
We
then.
have prizes for the winning team. Sorry, I wish we had brought all prizes for everybody. It was so good.
And there's one more set of prizes to give out, and that is a prize to the two students who helped us initiate this whole concept. I'm sorry. Stand together so we get a picture of you guys. There you go. And the winning team, we're the winning team. Come on, we're the winning team.
Do you want me to pick one present?
Sure. Good, right out.
Yours in front.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason that you say, okay. 1, 2, take a couple. Very nice, perfect.
All right, then I'll just take one, so.
Oh, good.
One more.
Somebody keep it. Great. Thank you. Michael?
All right.
Yeah.